Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the headlines, Camilla will be queen. This is what Elizabeth II, Queen Elizabeth, has said on the eve before the 70th anniversary of her becoming the queen and head of the royal family. And if you're not aware, Queen Elizabeth became queen at age 56. Next weekend, we will have Super Bowl 56, and the Queen City is in the big game, the Cincinnati Bengals. And of course, the biggest ritual in the playoffs was when the Bengals and the 49ers both upset in the playoffs on the anniversary of Super Bowl 23. And just before that Bengals upset, it was announced that Regina King of Cincinnati, her son had committed suicide at age 26. And the word Regina means queen, and in gematria, queen equals 26. Anyhow, before we get any further into this, if you're new here, we're going to talk about gematria. That's where queen equals 26. Queen Elizabeth's birth name, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, equals 99 in gematria. And you might recall, early in 2021, her husband Philip died at age 99 on April 9th, the 99th day of the year. And it's highly unlikely he passed naturally. It's highly probable that just like King George VI, who Elizabeth replaced, he died by the numbers. And don't forget, King George VI died 74 days before Queen Elizabeth's birthday, where London is 74, so is English, so is gematria, so is killing. And Queen Elizabeth makes this announcement today about Queen Camilla while she's 74 years old. But let's get into this, because I think I might know what day Queen Elizabeth's going to kick the bucket. And we'll get to why that is. So let's go through all of this. Let's scroll down to right here. Again, from the reporting, it was February 6th, 26 or 6/2. You know, if you're new here, gematria, it's based on the alphabetic order. The alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. When you just use the alphabetic order, queen is 62. When you use the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, queen is 26. If you write out platinum jubilee, what it is for Queen Elizabeth, that equals 62 when you use numerology. But the day Queen Elizabeth took her throne was February 6th, written 6/2 in the UK, 2/6 over here in the US. And her coronation was later that year. Her coronation was June 2nd, the other 6/2/26 date. So again, when you know gematria, you can see right through these royal rituals. And in light of Queen Elizabeth taking the throne at age 56, of course, royal family equals 56. And notice, at the beginning of the year, Super Bowl 56 was originally scheduled for February 6th, which would have been the 70th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth taking the throne. They added a game to the season, though, so it got pushed back to February 13th. But royal family 56, again, she became the head of the royal family at age 56. And again, now you have the Queen City, Cincinnati, in Super Bowl 56. And here's what else makes this so interesting. The Queen is going to turn 96 years old later this year. And she said that Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, should be the next queen, who is Charles' wife. And of course, Charles is in line to become the king of England when the Queen passes. But again, notice she's 74 right now, just like how she became queen 74 days before her birthday, which is the alphabetic order. London is 74, a very special number to this cabal. So she has this message for Camilla while she's 74. But her full title, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, is 96 when you use the alphabetic order and rules of numerology. Cincinnati, the Queen City, is 96. Cincinnati, the Queen City, is an underdog in this Super Bowl. They're the Cincinnati Bengals, named after a Bengal tiger in the year of the tiger. But coincidentally, the Bengals come into the Super Bowl versus their opponent, the Rams, where a ram's a male goat and a male goat sacrificed on Lupercalia, and the Super Bowl's on Lupercalia. But the Bengals come in against the Rams 8-6, and they're riding the hot streak of their young star quarterback, Joe Burrow, who was born in 96. And if the Queen's going to kick the bucket soon, which it sounds like she's, making the announcement that it's not too far off, and they did this with Prince Philip just before he died, by the numbers. But a fitting day for her to go might be May 20th, which is a special day to the Jesuits who run the royal family and who run the NFL and who run the world of, well, from the prime minister to the president. Again, the Jesuit logo's over the door at 10 Downing Street, so if you really want to know who's behind this puppet royal family, look no further than the Jesuits in the Catholic Church, which own the United Kingdom. But of course, May 20th is a very special day to the Jesuits. It's the day in history that their founder, Ignatius of Loyola, began his movement to create the Jesuit order. And that's why on May 20th, 2021, they began the celebration of the first ever Ignatian year. And the year before that, May 20th, 2020, the Superior General, the Black Pope, the leader of the Jesuits, died on that day. And we'll see the connection here that Queen Elizabeth has with May 20th and Adolfo Nicholas, who died May 20th, 2020. And, of course, the connection it has to Joe Burrow, where all of his football magic began on May 20th, 2018. But look at this. From the Super Bowl to that day is 96 days later, right? 96. And again, May 20th leaves 225 days left in the year. That's a special number to the Catholic Church in Gematria. It's another topic, but just understand it's special to them. Elizabeth's full name, we just saw how with numerology it's 99, like how Philip died at 99 on the 99th day of the year, her husband. If you don't use the numerology, if you just use the alphabetic order, her full name equals 225. Like May 20th leaves 225 days left in the year. The name Adolfo Nicholas equals 225. He died on that day. And, of course, Billy Cannon died on that day. And, again, for those who aren't familiar with Billy Cannon is the once upon a time star football player for the LSU Tigers, the first ever LSU Tiger to win the Heisman Trophy, the highest honor in college football. And then he went to the NFL, and he played for 4 teams, the Rams, the Raiders, the Titans, and the Chiefs. Joe Burrow in his first ever playoffs has beat the Raiders, the Titans, the Chiefs, and now faces the Rams, the 4 teams that Billy Cannon was connected to. And again, Joe Burrow transferred to LSU, where Billy Cannon played, the same day that Billy Cannon died, May 20th, 2018. And just like Billy Cannon, he won the Heisman, and he defeated Clemson in the championship in New Orleans, exactly what Bill Cannon did. And it was the Battle of the Tigers. It was the LSU Tigers over the Clemson Tigers. And, you know, what's funny about Billy Cannon is he won the Heisman in 1959. Billy Cannon equals 59. LSU Tigers equals 59. Pope Francis equals 59. And this year's Super Bowl is on the 59th day of Pope Francis's age. Just like how they synced up the 59th presidential election here in the U.S. with Joe Biden. Joe Biden became number 46 exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. Catholics 46. He sacrificed his son Beau Biden at 46. If you write out King Charles, it's 46. And funny enough, if Queen Elizabeth does go on May 20th, that'll be 406 days. Lose the 0 in the middle, it's 46. 406 days after Philip died. But Billy Cannon, Joe Burrow, strong connection. Billy Cannon died May 20th in St. Francisville in the time of Pope Francis, the first Jesuit pope, when the Jesuits are connected to the date May 20th. And again, Adolfo Nicholas, the Superior General of the Jesuits, died at 84. Superior General's 84. Jesuits 84. The Jesuit Order's 84. The Catholic Church is 84. But the day he died, May 20th, again, the day leaving 225 days left in the year, corresponding with Adolfo Nicholas. Again, if you're new here, Gematria is based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards with the rules of numerology. And you want to know all 4 ciphers, but the most pure is that dark blue one. Just like where Philip, dead at 99, corresponding with his wife's full name, equating to 99. So we've been talking a lot about 67 because when Joe Burrow won the championship in the Battle of the Tigers, the over-under was set at 67.5, and there ended up being 67 points scored in the game, which we were thankful for because we took the under because 67 is the 19th prime and it concluded the 2019 season. But really, there should have been more points in that game because there was a touchdown at the very end that the refs took away on a phantom call to keep it on the under. Well, it's funny now that Joe Burrow's in his first Super Bowl playing for the Queen City, and the Super Bowl, because it's on February 13th. By the way, the quarterback's name, Joseph Lee Burrow, equals 213, like the date. But from the Super Bowl to the Queen's birthday is 67 days, that number again. And now she calls for Queen Camilla which equals 67. Isn't that a little too perfect? And again, it just goes to show we are living out things that are planned long in advance. This script was written before Joe Burrow was alive. Guaranteed. And, we were just talking about, the Queen's operation when she dies, how it's called Operation London Bridge. And we had the bridge collapse here in the United States in the Steel City, Pittsburgh, on the day Biden was in Pittsburgh to talk about his infrastructure bill, and that happened on 1/28, and bridge collapse equals 128, and Fern Hollow equals 128, and it was the Fern Hollow bridge collapse. And the word collapse alone is 83, and it was 83 days for the Queen's birthday. Again, the United States is not a sovereign nation. It never got free from the UK. That's why our birthday is 7-4. 7-4, like London's 74, like English is 74, like Holiday's 74, like Independence Day's 74. Like how the Queen became the Queen 74 days before her birthday, and now she's telling a 74-year-old woman that she'll be the next Queen. But anyway, in light of it coming 83 days before her birthday, if you go to the day that the bridge collapsed in the United States, the news in the UK the same day was that Queen Elizabeth launched a new brand of ketchup. And Pittsburgh is associated with Heinz, the ketchup company. And the day before that, Big Ben, the quarterback for the Steelers, retired on 1/27, and retirement's 127, and they call him Big Ben, like how the clock in London is Big Ben, like how all of these are rituals in time. And with regards to the Rams and the Bengals being the Super Bowl in tribute to the Queen, the last time these two teams faced each other was in Wembley Stadium in the UK on October 27th, 2019. But anyway, today her announcement comes 83 days after Charles' birthday, and football's 83, and murder's 83, and collapse is 83, and again, the bridge just collapsed in connection to football 83 days before her birthday, and now this football game is synced with her birthday. You see what I mean? Charles is 73 right now, which means he's in his 74th year of life. That would also make sense if he became, king in this time frame. And here's what's wild. From his November 14th birthday to May 20th, if that is the day she kicks the bucket, that'll be his 188th day of his age, and his title will go from Charles Prince of Wales to Charles King of Wales, which is 188. And if you don't count the span of days, it would also be 187 days after his birthday, which connects to Society of Jesus. Again, that's the Jesuits, and May 20th is a special day for them. And what else is wild is from the Pope's birthday on Saturnalia, from his birthday December 17th to May 20th is 154 days later. Saturnalia is 154, so is ritual sacrifice, and we've seen that pattern with the Pope before. And again, I mean, it would be another May 20th big-time death, and it would all connect so perfectly from Billy Cannon to Adolfo Nicholas to, their first ever Ignatian year to now the Queen, and then right back to Joe Burrow playing in the Queen City. And just to go back to her father's death that made her queen on February 6th, 52, notice how George VI is like Elizabeth. And that 88, by the way, London forwards is 74. In reverse, it's 88. You see, 74, 88. And when you write out 6 as a word, it equals 52. He was George VI, dead in 52. George VI is also 52. Again, she became queen on February 6th, written 2-6 or 6-2, depending on where you are. Queen is 62 and 26. She died on a date with 79, or he died on a date with 79 numerology. Murder is 79. So is Society of Jesus. Society of Jesus is 56 forward, 79 in reverse. May 20th, again, will be 187 days after his birthday. When Adolfo Nicholas died, it was on the 191st day of the Superior General's age, which means that would also be true if it happened again. Or maybe it's not, because that was in a leap year. So it'd actually be a day off for the superior general because it was a leap year when Adolfo Nicholas died. But again, this is why you got to know the ciphers forwards and backwards. And with where murder is 79, when you run it in reverse, it's 83. And that's why the Police, a British band, put out the song Murder by Numbers, where killing's the sport of the elite. It's as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. They put out that song in 83. And one more time, if you look at the movie poster for Murder by Numbers, starring Sandra Bullock, which equals 83, which came out while she was 38, you see on the poster it has these orange numbers running down. The orange 7 and 9, like Murder 79, surround the words, but the only letters changed to numbers within the words was the E to the 3 and the B to the 8. 3883. And again, not arbitrary. Look up the song Police, Murder by Numbers by a British band. 79 is also the 22nd prime. That was the end of the king. He died on his 55th day of his age from lung cancer, reportedly. Lung cancer's 55. You could also say he died 54 days after his birthday instead of his 55th day of his age. Jesuit orders 54. The Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Queen City, are in their 54th year as a franchise. And oh, you know what? I was saying that he died 74 days before her birthday. It was a leap year. So in any other year, it would have been 74 days. But he actually died 75 days before her birthday, or a span of 76 days. And that's real interesting because 76 is this big number with the word tiger. And here we are in the year of the tiger. The Super Bowl is 76 days after Joe Burrow's dad's birthday. And the Bengals' 76th franchise win was in Los Angeles, where the Super Bowl is. And if Joe Burrow wins, he'll become 7-6 at home because it counts as a home game for the Bengals. The AFC's the home team this year. But with regards to him dying, so the anniversary, though, each year when she hits the anniversary, except for in a leap year of her becoming queen, it is 74 days before her birthday. So that's still true about the London 74 thing. But in light of it being a leap year that year, again, the Catholic Church is who's behind all this. Catholic Church is 75. In this case, Cincinnati Bengals is 75. If you spell it right, I did something wrong here. There it is. Cincinnati Bengals is 75. Look at the New York Times from October 6th, 1940, an article about the New World Order on a date with 75 numerology, New World Order 75. So the year, because it was a leap year, it was 75 days before the birthday, or a span of 76. Now, this big ritual coming in the year of the tiger. By the way, Camilla's birthday is 17/7. And by the way, Prince Philip was buried on 17/4 this year, April 17th, which was Boomer Esiason's birthday, the last Bengals quarterback to be in the Super Bowl. And notice Cincinnati has that 174 connection as well. Again, the reign began February 6th, the coronation June 2nd. When the Queen of Soul died, Aretha Franklin, she died on a date with 26 numerology, and Queen Elizabeth gave her a tribute. Don't forget, Prince died on the Queen's birthday. He had the song I Would Die For You, which he recorded in 83, and he spelled it with the number 4 and the letter U, and used the 21st letter, and he died on 4/21, like for you. Okay, so there was a few other notes in here I didn't hit, but hold on. I want to go over those additional notes. I know I wrote them down. Okay, so Cincinnati in Gematria, 96 like we mostly talked about. It's also got the 51 when you use the numerology. Notice how Camilla in the most simple cipher is 51. It's also 24, right? Like Bengals. Again, that's the team in the Queen City. And now, a weekend before the Super Bowl, Queen Elizabeth's saying who the next queen will be. And by the way, Joe Burrow, playing for Cincinnati, he advanced to the Super Bowl last weekend, 51 days after his birthday. and he advanced to the Super Bowl with 51 career touchdowns, regular season and postseason. Again, perfect rituals. And when Regina King announced the death of her son at 26, it was right after her 51st birthday, in the week of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, who was killed in a big Jesuit ritual, and she has the same birthday as Martin Luther King. So I just wanted to get all this out there, and this doesn't mean for sure that Queen Elizabeth's going to kick the bucket on May 20th, but these people do go out by the numbers. That's the point. And from everything I'm looking at and studying right now, before this news even broke, we just spent the last 2 hours talking about the Super Bowl and its relation to the royal family and the Queen and the Queen City. And then as soon as we end the stream, like pretty much this headline kicked off, and I was like, man, there's no rest for the weary. I wanted to take a break here and get a snack, but this is how the royal family operates, and we've proven that in a gazillion other ways. We were dead on about when the wedding was going to be for Meghan Markle, and just you take this knowledge and look at the royal family, you'll see how these people are puppets on strings. And you know who the puppet master is. It's the Catholic Church and Jesuit cabal. So, and speaking of which, you see what day Prince Philip died, April 9th? We talked about the 99 piece. He died on the day leaving 266 days left in the year, in the time of the 266th Pope. And the Jesuit motto, Isu Somenum Salvator, equals 266. It's also 122 like Pope Francis is 122. It's 85 like how he's 85 years old right now. It's 274 like how Rome began celebrating the birthday of the sun as Sol Invictus in the year 274 AD. And again, their logo is the sun with IHS in it for Isu Somenum Salvator. And again, in your science book, it says the surface gravity of the sun is 274 meters per second squared. Again, you got to know the ciphers forwards and backwards to see all the rituals. When Pope Francis spoke in D.C., he spoke there on the 266th day of the year, not arbitrarily. But yeah, they really could do another May 20th thing. It would be so perfect. Adolfo Nicholas, Billy Cannon. And think about it. Billy Cannon dies May 20th, the anniversary of Ignatius of Loyola being shot by a cannon. So, and you know what else I just saw? What did I just see? Did I save it? I saw 20. It's London. If this is the joke, if she does go on May 20th, you see where London's 25? So is Cannon. Well, actually, London's 29 and 25 like Cannon. Again, it's the anniversary of Ignatius of Loyola being shot by a cannon. And by the way, it's your prime minister too. You see how Boris Johnson's 158 in the most simple cipher? He became prime minister exactly 158 weeks after Theresa May. The Jesuit birthday is 15/8, August 15th. The bad barbershop brother of his, Donald Trump, when he was in his last year of his presidency, his brother died on August 15th. This year, Afghanistan's government crumbled in a clear Jesuit ritual on the Jesuit birthday. That was the 487th birthday of the Jesuit order, the 93rd prime, and Afghanistan's the plus 93 international dialing code. And heroin equals 93, and that's, the opium capital of the world and the Taliban. Anyway. All these rituals, you guys, that make up the news, it's the Jesuits. They are the New World Order, and this is how they operate. And that's why I got a hunch about what day could be the last day. And I mean, it would be so fitting with Charles. I'll tell you one more thing in case you weren't here last year. Again, if she does go May 20th, it'll be the 188th day of Charles' age. Charles, King of Wales, is what he'll become, 188. Remember last year, the Super Bowl was 188 days after Brady's 43rd birthday, and they call him the greatest of all time, which is the acronym is GOAT. GOAT is 43 in the most simple cipher. Greatest of all time is 188. Last year, 188 days after Brady's 43rd birthday, his scripted 7th Super Bowl. And he did that to start 21 when Saturn is 21, and Saturn has 7 rings, and 21's the 6th triangular number, and Saturn's the 6th planet from the sun. And the Pope's birthday is on Saturnalia. And again, Saturnalia is 154. And if she does go that day, it's going to be 154 days after Pope Francis's birthday. So, anyway. We'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. And, well, hold on. I got to say thank you. I see we got some super chats. I appreciate the super chats. I got to run to the grocery store right now, so can appreciate the grocery money. But really what I'm going to use it all for is the gas fund for driving around the country, getting out the word here a little bit later this spring. Let me see who made the donations and say thank you real quick. Eventually, I'll remember to start opening this window before the stream, but I don't get donations every stream. Anyway, Ian Bell donated $5. He says, it's just a spring cleaning for the May Queen, Led Zeppelin. Nice one. There's a British band. And by the way, if you'd ever wondered what's behind the gematria of Led Zeppelin, look no further than gematria. Oh, I spelled it wrong. What am I doing wrong? Oh, Lep. Whoops. There, now it's right. You see how Led Zeppelin's got the 61 and 47? Look at rock. You know, one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Led Zeppelin. And, you know, in the 90s, the biggest rock city in the world was Seattle on the 47th parallel. But you'll find these numbers coded all over in all sorts of rock bands when you learn the code. And speaking of which, Nirvana, 47 on the 47th parallel, like the band of the 90s, the grunge scene. And the thing that's funny about Nirvana is they formed in 87, or whoops, it's Buddhist. Is that what it is? I can't spell. Buddhist 87. Nirvana is a term from Buddhism. They formed in 87. Bill and Melinda got married. After meeting in 87, they got married January 1st, 94, and then 94 days later, Kurt Cobain's dead, and Seattle, Washington's 94, and the Seahawks won their only Super Bowl in the 94th NFL season, which was Super Bowl 48, and Seahawks is 48, but again, Seattle, Washington, 94. That's why Bill Gates declared his decade of vaccines on his 94th day of his age, a decade before the coronavirus pandemic, which equals 94, where the outbreak started in Seattle, the first confirmed case. Again, gematria. It'll allow you to see through the New World Order, you know, with complete clarity. But and let's not forget, Bill Gates' big year was 94. He became a celebrity in 94. You know, his mom died that year. His dad died at age 94. Anyway, getting on to another topic there. But Roman Catholic Church is 94. And again, Melinda Gates from a Jesuit family. And Bill Gates building Jesuit high schools from the UK to the Seattle, Washington. You got the same Jesuits running the show. If you missed my work on the Joe Rogan thing, it's a total Jesuit ritual. Jesuit puppet, Joe Rogan. If you're famous in this world, you're pretty much a Jesuit puppet. That's the way it works. Because that's who controls the stage in the spotlight. You know, Catholic Church is all about controlling the mind's eye of the masses. But yeah, appreciate the $5 and the nice quote from Led Zeppelin about the May Queen. You know what? We got to get deeper with it. I can't stop there. I gotta see. I forget what song that's from. I know I heard that lyric, but let's see. Oh, it's Stairway to Heaven. Okay, perfect. Their most famous song. Stairway to Heaven. It's all making more sense. When did that song come out? Uh, 71. So interesting. So that means it's going to turn 51 this year. That song will turn 51 this year. We were just talking about how Cincinnati's 51, Camilla's 51, Joe Burrow with all the 51 stuff on his way to the Super Bowl. Let's make sure that's right. Let's see. Recorded in 70, looks like released in 71. Came out November 8th. November 8th. That's the day, leaving 53 days left in the year, or a total of 54 days. There's 53 days after it, but if you count November 8th through the end of the year, it's 54 days. Again, the Queen died, or the King died 54 days after his birthday. Bengals 54th season. I gotta see how Robert Plant lines up with May 20th real quick. I can't think of the guitarist's name right now. It's escaping me. Played for Led Zeppelin, the Yardbirds. Jimmy Page. There he is. Robert Plant's 73 right now. He's going to turn 74 this year. That's that special number. London English. Look up the song Gematria, the Killing Name. Not my favorite song, but Gematrian English and killing all 74. Just using the most simple cipher, the alphabetic order. And that's exactly how I knew there was something to Gematria. When I first started, I just knew the alphabetic order and the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. When I saw the long list of things that were 74, I was like, this is not a coincidence. Somebody encoded this damn language. How come they didn't tell me about this in school? Who wrote Stairway to Heaven? Was it Plant or Jimmy Page? It was probably Jimmy Page. I think he is the real musical genius behind the band. Wow, that's wild. From Jimmy Page, or from Robert Plant, the singer's birthday, to that day is 274 days. You know what I was just saying with the Jesuits? Isus Hominum Salvator? 274. And he's the one singing the lyrics. He's the one saying the words about the May Queen in Stairway to Heaven. Oh my God. Sweet lady is worried they're going to shoot a missile at our house. His name is also 85, like Isus Hominum Salvator. How about that? Robert Anthony Plant, 85, Isus Hominum Salvator. 95, like the Jesuits created, counted the 95 Theses. Here, let me see Jimmy Page real quick. Jimmy Page. His birthday is January 9th. He's 78 right now, so Jesuit 78, Society of Jesus 79. The King died on the 79 date numerology. If I'm not mistaken, that should be 131 days after his birthday, and I do believe London, England is 131. So yeah, it's 131 days after his birthday. It would also be his 132nd day of his age. England is 132. A special number. It's not arbitrary. There's 132 rooms in the White House. Roman Catholics 132. Catholic Church is 132. United States of America is 132. And again, the U.S. was named that on September 9th, 1776, a span of 132 days from the establishment of the Illuminati by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt, which was also in May 1st. But here, let me see. Is London, England 131? I think it is. It is. It is. And again, the Super Bowl's on the 59th day of the Pope's age. London, England's actually 59 and 58, just like Pope Francis. And that's who owns the UK. Really. Man. What a great comment about the Stairway to Heaven. What's that equal anyway? 206 like sacrifice. I saw something about 71 like Catholic and like the Society of Jesus when you write it out. Oh, is Royal 71? Royal is 71. It's also 26, just like Queen. Royal is 26 and Queen, which goes all with their life. 226 is a number related to Saturn. Again, if she dies, it's going to have the Saturnalia connection with the Pope. 91's the 13th triangular, and I forget exactly what it was. I know I saw something with 91. I didn't write it down, though, because it was just too many numbers. I hate that when I'm doing my research. Sometimes I'm like, I already got enough numbers, and then I come across it and I'm like, oh, now what was that where I just saw that and I can't remember. Okay. But 91 is the 13th triangular. You know what? If you know what that's 71 and 91, here's what I'll point out about it, though. The Society of Jesus is 71 and 91 when you throw the in the front. And for anyone who thinks that's cheating, it's not, because I'll just give you all sorts of examples. You see where Jesuit order is 144, and if I write out the Jesuit order, it's 201. But by the way, Captain Tom last year became a knight on 17/7, and then he died on his 201st day of being a knight, and he died one day after Burma's government fell, and he was known for the Burma campaign, which also equals 56, and then they said he died from coronavirus, which is 56, and he died 56 days after the first vaccinations in the world, which was Maggie Keenan, which equals 56, and anyway. But JFK, when he was assassinated, big Jesuit Masonic ritual, he met with the Pope, whose name equaled 201, his birth name, and then he died 144 days later. And again, these numbers just come together a lot. Come together with Biden's election and a whole bunch of stuff. Event 201 was the coronavirus pandemic simulation put on by the Jesuit Klaus Schwab, whose name is 177. But you gotta look at these rituals with the and without them when you're talking about the titles of things. So. Okay, there were some other super chats. But Ian Bell, I love the comment. I wish I could give you back your $5, but great comment. Tay donated $5 and gave me some emoji. Thank you. LAF gave me $2 with an emoji. LAF doubled up with another $2 emoji. I do appreciate it. Very generous. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look into Led Zeppelin. Blowing my mind. I realize you guys gave me some more super chats. Bernard Lode, thank you for the $5 donation. Chief Roscoe, $5 as well. Thank you. He writes, Zach, Island Records was formed in '59. Just like Motown, Island was instrumental for reggae, having signed Bob Marley. Well, doesn't that make sense? Again, if you guys are new here, '59 was a big year for black music. And just go into our most simple cipher. When you write out slave, it's 59. When you write out Negro, it's 59. When you write out blues, it's 59. And when you write out Rasta, it's 59. And Island Records was for reggae music, which is mostly Rastafaris. So, and by the way, Bob Marley's another, or it's Marley alone that's 74. Rastafari is 93, like Bob Marley. But Marley, remember his solo career started in London. You know, he went over there and left the group, and I think it in 1974. I'll let you look that up if that was the case. I forget. Might have been. But again, appreciate the generosity, and I'm going to have to study up more on Stairway to Heaven because that could hold the key right there. Let's pull up the Stairway to Heaven lyrics real quick. Let's think about where the Queen was when this song released. Hold on, I got to do some more on Stairway to Heaven. Okay. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold. Huh? Royal family. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. Well, I could imagine the Queen has sway like that. The store's closed? Not when the Queen's here. Oh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven, you know. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand looking. That's you. Isn't it funny how sometimes when you read lyrics, it's like, how do they put this into the song? But then you listen to this thing, it's like, that's how they did it. And it's whispered that soon, if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason, and a new day will dawn for those who stand long, and the forest will echo with laughter. Remember laughter? We forgot about it with our slave muzzles on. Oh, yeah. And it makes me wonder, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, you know that's a British word. We don't have vocabulary like that over here in the U.S. What's a hedgerow? Is that like your bushes? Oh, yeah, it is a fence or boundary of hedges. Funny. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a spring clean for the May Queen. There it is. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. You hear that, Queen Elizabeth? Maybe you can extend yourself. Lock yourself in a bunker. Your head isn't humming and it won't go, in case you don't know. The piper's calling you to join him. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? And did you know your stairway lies on the whispering wind? And as we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our soul, there walks a lady we all know who shines while light and wants to show how everything still turns to gold. And if you listen very hard... With all the gold thing, it just reminds me the Bengals are in their 54th season. The word sun is 54, like Jesuit order is 54. Their symbol's the sun, which in alchemy is gold. There's a lot of parallels to what happened in Super Bowl 16. When you run the alphabetical order the other way, gold is 16. And the 49ers won that, named after the gold rush, and they won it on the 134th anniversary of the gold rush beginning in Vesica Pisces, which is the shape of the football, is 134. It's also 82 when you run it in reverse, like how that Super Bowl was in 82. And it's also 53 when you run it the small way, and it was on 24/1, like 241, the 53rd prime. Anyway, and if you listen very hard, the tune will come to you at last when all is one and one is all. That's what it is to be a rock and not to roll. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to listen to this song on the way to the grocery store. But you know what? I want to see. Let's make sure that we got the same release date information in other places. Well, here it's also November 8th. So it will turn 51 years old at the end of this year. But, okay. The Queen's birthday is April 21st. I just want to see how it was in relation to her when it released. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. Woo! Can you believe it? That song came out 201 days after the Queen's birthday? And the new Queen's born on 17/7, or the one to be? Jesuit order 177-201? Man. It's the Jesuits, you guys. I don't know how many different ways to say it. And again, this is all synced up with the year of the tiger, just like her father's death had the tiger coding in it, and that might have signified from the beginning, when her time was going to end, in this time of the tiger. But in Jewish gematria, tiger's 201. And it's also the year of the water tiger, which is another 54. It's also 144. 54 and 144, like Jesuit order. But wow. Stairway to Heaven came out 201 days after the Queen's birthday. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Again, Super Bowl 56, Joe Burrow's college coach, when he won with the LSU Tigers over the Clemson Tigers, his coach, Ed Orgeron, had 56 wins in the regular season when they accomplished that. Now, Super Bowl 56 is 201 days after Ed Orgeron's birthday. Man. I got to check from the last anniversary of the song. I got to check from the last anniversary to that May 20th date. It's 193 days later. That's the 44th prime. Kills 44, executions 44. I mean, that could work. Man, well, I won't forget that about Stairway to Heaven. I'll tell you what, if I put my book out, I might have a second edition out before the first one even hits the stores. A band called Taurus. So Taurus, is May 20th Taurus? When is I know part of Taurus is in May. When is the astrological period of Taurus? Taurus is the bull. Last year, Scottie Pippen's. So it's at the very end of Taurus. Wow. Taurus, Sue's, Led Zeppelin, over Stairway to Heaven. Oh, this is a recent story. Oh, it ended October. It's interesting that it ended October 5th because that's one of the Order of Illuminati numbers. It's like if you go back and look, last year Forbes said Jeff Bezos was the richest man in America, worth $201 billion as of his September 3rd evaluation, 9/3, and it was published on October 5th, 10/5 over here in the U.S. I could tell you some things about the 258 as well, but anyway. Where's it? There it is right there. Taurus. Man, crazy. Well, if she dies May 20th, that's in Taurus. Isn't it crazy how scripted this reality we're living out is? And I mean, they say this is the biggest rock and roll song, right? Queen Elizabeth's been reigning for most people's who are alive's life. There's Robert Plant and Jimmy Page right there. Amazing. By the way, just as we're talking about Led Zeppelin, I just got to throw it out there. I think the best Led Zeppelin song of all time is Since I've Been Loving You. I think that's the best one. It's because it's bluesy. But, man, great work, team. Great work. So, here, you know what? Let me do one more thing. Let me make sure that story ended on October 5th. Let me make sure it wasn't published on any other date. October 5th right here, Rolling Stone. That's probably what day. The day after October 6th, though. I'm saying the earliest published date was October 5th. Hold on. I saw another story, though, from earlier in the year. Maybe that's when the suit got filed. Look at how this other news broke on March 9th, the date that can be written 9-3. I was just saying that about Order of Illuminati, 93 and 105. And again, Order of Illuminati was founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. But, and he died 201 days after the anniversary of its establishment. But okay, it was October 5th that news broke. So, October 5th, 2020 to May 20th, 2022, just out of curiosity, 84 weeks and 4 days. It would be a span of 593. Is that a prime number? 593 is the 108th prime. Geometry is 108. I don't know. But yeah, the Taurus thing, May 20th being in Taurus, that could be right. That could be right. We'll find out soon enough, Truth Seeker. Don't go telling all your friends and family that the Queen's going to die on May 20th, but it's a possibility. For the person who says, write the word billionaire, Zach, trust me, I know all about it. Go back and read my post on Billionaire and Society of Jesus and the rituals they've been doing with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. In fact, it's in this book right here. Just do a little download on this book right here, and you'll see. So, in the description, you guys can download my ebooks for free if you want. You can also buy them, but you can download them for free. So, all right, Truth Seeker, that's all for now. Until next time.